I have pretty much narrowed this down to being the yeast. I'm absolutely sure of it. This has exactly the smell of the flower child, so I think it was fucked yeast. And I've no idea why, but yeah, that's exactly the smell. So that WLP 001 will now be, and all the slants and everything of that, for the sake of it, all the later slants is now going. The original slants, because this was the fifth generation from the same starter, so I will try building another from the original slant, see what that smells like. If it smells anything like this, they're all going in the bin. But yeah, so at least now I know what's caused it, and I should really have given that a sniff before pitching from the 3 litre Erlenmeyer flask. I'm not going to pull too much out of here. Don't want to waste too much of the CO2, but I'm going to take a couple of buckets out first, which will make lifting it out easier. But what a fucker. 20 litres of superb flower child wasted. Lesson learnt though, believe me. Lesson learnt. It smells rank. I hate doing this, but crikey, do you know, fucking hell, this is one of the things, like completely closed transfer. From the moment I pitched that yeast, I really should have smelt that yeast before chucking it in, because I would have recognised. I'm really kicking myself now. What do I do with this? Can you use it as plant food? Or should I just chuck it in canal? That answers that question. Fucking hell. Right, empty the keg. That'll give me 4 kegs that I need to clean tonight then. Never sure how much these buckets hold. About 7 or 8 litres, I'd have thought. Wouldn't be anything useful like exactly 10 litres. Now, also, what I need to test tonight is how these taste, because I bottled this, when did I bottle this? Can't remember, about 3 weeks ago. It should be still alright in the bottle. Actually, I'll get a couple of the others as well. I think I've still got, yeah, I've still got a few here. I was going to send them out, and then I had that really unfortunate experience with DPD, who lost one of my parcels that I'd sent out, and then used their list of ridiculous exclusions to say they weren't going to compensate me. So that was kind of like 50 quid lost. So I've got a little bit wary about sending stuff out with DPD, and I don't know any other way of kind of like sending it. What am I doing? Let's come back when this is ready to go in Canal 2. And it's raining, so the last bucket just went on some of the love beer planters, this should be about ready to kick quite soon. You know, sometimes you start to question yourself or your sanity. No, it still does smell really, really shit. I've got this blackberry wheat beer, which has been in here since last September, October, something like that. I can't remember when I brewed it. And I'm tempted now to give it a try because I haven't tried it since before Christmas. I think that will be worth doing now. Fortunately, it tastes lovely. Is it 7 o'clock yet? Fucking bang on 7, look. Whew, what a day. Yeah, so that's only 5.2%. I should really chuck it in the hydrometer and double check, but nice enough is that. This must be close to kicking soon. This is bucket number 3. Oh god, yeah. And the idea behind these wheats, or these fruity wheats, now that I know they will keep okay, I've got upstairs, I've got 5 litres of strawberry and 20 litres of raspberry. Hopefully we're going to have a bit of a summer. Hopefully it will be a bit of a summer where we can spend time with other people. It was probably about this time last year that Simon and Dawn and Harry came to visit for the last time. And even then we were socially distanced across the car park. Actually, I don't know when it was. It might have been a bit later. But it seems like a very, very long time ago. Can't remember what I'd brewed, but gave them. Hopefully, my brewing's a bit better now. I've had all this practice over the lockdown. When things work, and relays don't fuck you over and stuff. I'm just putting today down as a bit of an unlucky day. When's this keg gonna kick? Okay, now. Right, so that's all right. I'm gonna check the Bernies in the bottle before I do much else. Even though it's 6.5%. You know, got to start the night somehow. I just want to check it's all right in the bottle because I'm going to be giving a bottle to a guy called Jack, who has done me a massive favour, an incredible favour, and will be instrumental when we start doing these brew days, which I'll be offering to everybody. But the focus, oh look, that's kicked, brilliant. The focus will be as an activity for patients, really, whether it's a full brew day or just a kit or something like that, just to get them out, get them out a little bit, get them out. So Jack's been instrumental in terms of helping that process. I'm not going to say too much, but yeah, Jack. Right, I think we're going to chuck this on some more plants and then get that keg out of there. So actually that'll be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kegs. So what I'll do, I'll just turn the kettle on to get some hot water, and then I'll start keg cleaning. Oh, what a day. Right, this isn't the way I intended to spend my Sunday night. I was half expecting just to be sat watching the Kveic yeast do its thing, but sadly, not to be. So I've got 3 solid state relays coming from RS Components, 60 quid. Yeah, I could have got the same ones from eBay for about a £5, probably all in, including delivery. But you can't really emphasize that you get what you pay for. Anything like that I just wouldn't trust eBay or Amazon, because they have no quality control. They will allow any old dangerous shit to be sold. If you really want to know, do a search on YouTube for bigclive.com, or just Big Clive should give you a link. He's a sort of, I don't know how you describe him. He's a big Scottish electronics engineer who takes a lot of shit apart. Anyway, it's enough for this video. Probably isn't. I want to test that bottle. I've got 2 of those left, so one's for Jack. I'll test the other one. If the other one's alright, I'll give Jack a bottle tomorrow. You know what, I can smell that shitty yeast in here, or the result of that shitty yeast. That's a lesson well learned, isn't it? On the upside, I was a bit worried about this lager, this Mandarina Bavaria stroke Pilsner stroke whatever, because I only used basic Pilsner malt. I didn't use Bohemian. I don't think I did anyway. I have to look at can't be asked to look at the recipe, but I thought it was a bit iffy. You know what? It's not right bad, actually, considering it's only had a month lager in. I expect it will clear, even though it's unfiltered, unfined, and all that sort of stuff that all the sort of hip and trendy breweries say these days. But taste wise, it's alright. It's got some bitterness to it. Whether or not it should have some bitterness to it, that's anyone's guess. I deliberately wanted to pop that little post-mortem video up, mainly because that was the first of 2 of the grain to drain, and it was the yeast. But I subsequently did another brew using a Kvake yeast, and that went tits up as well. Coincidence? Don't know. Irrelevant. But I wanted to put the video up just to show that, you know, this is a complete learning journey, and I think it's okay to get things wrong, or when things go wrong, to analyse why they went wrong, which is why I kind of, you know, I'm making all sorts of assumptions about the slant, about the yeast, and whatever. It was bad yeast. It was evident when I smelt what I'd retained from the starter, and that smell carried all the way through, right through to the end when I was washing the kegs out. So it's okay every now and then. It's unfortunate, but it's okay when things go wrong, and that's where we should really be in a position to learn from it. So that's only a short little video by my standards anyway. Don't be disheartened if you're new to this sort of thing, if you're new to brewing, whether it's kits or all grain or partial mash or whatever it is. Don't be disheartened when it goes wrong. Learn from it, whatever it might be. I don't know, it might have been that I didn't sanitize something properly when making the starter. I've no idea, but it enough focus the mind. The thing about brewing is it's a distraction from everything else, and you get to drink the product at the end of it. The purpose of all this sort of like buggering about with different systems and whatever, I know Stephen Law says perhaps you're overly complicating it. Maybe, I don't know. It is a simple process, and the point of it should be to try and arrive at something you'd buy in a pub or from a bottle shop or whatever. And generally, most of the stuff I knock out on this very basic, it's about as basic Heath Robinson kit as you can get. Most of the stuff I'm actually happy with, not actually confident enough to send it out as beer mail to other people, That might come in time, but that's my own kind of feelings of, you know, just really a little bit apprehensive, because I know a lot of the people I know are really ace brewers. But if you're new to it, stick with it, accept the failures, enjoy the successes. For now, that's all for this little video. Whatever you're doing, do it safely, and cheers.